Back in the conference room, Lion goes over the options. They could not use their phasers, and when Pike asks about photon torpedoes, which would be self-guided, she reports that the torpedo bay had been hit and they were down to 1 torpedo. Spock adds that the number of torpedoes was inconsequential because if they fired one off in the brown dwarf, it would go, its internal guidance would go offline and it would fail.
I didn't understand that. The torpedo bay had been hit. I don't know much about photon torpedoes, but I feel like if the bay in which... First of all, I don't think that the area that they store photon torpedoes would be on the outside of the ship like that, on the, outside, adjacent to the outside of the ship.
Okay, so when you look straight on at the Enterprise and there's 3 big circles on the front of the saucer section?
I get that's where they get shot from. But they're talking about since the torpedo bay had been hit, they only have 1 torpedo, but shouldn't they have torpedoes in reserve that they can bring up from somewhere?
If I have to point this out, I totally agree with you because that was the one real moment where I was scratching my head in this episode. I was like, really? Well, the rest just kind of evaporate. Just, oh, we had them. Well, we don't know where they went.
So where I was going with my first statement about the space in which they store them being probably not adjacent to the skin of the ship. If they were down to 1 torpedo, that says to me that the place in which they store them was hit, which I feel like would have probably blown the whole ship up if that would have happened.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how photon torpedoes work. I know they always show them in a casing, I always assumed it was going to be some binary thing like matter, antimatter or something. But I honestly don't know how it works.
No, it could be that they're immune to being hit like that and they don't do anything. They only work through a timer or
some kind of detonator.
Yeah, but I don't think it works like that, even though, in Discovery, Pike had one detonate near Spock's shuttle, if you recall, so you can at least set a timer on it, but I don't think that's the normal mode of operation.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's usually contact.
Yeah, so this whole scene just kind of took me out of it for a minute.
I got to give that to you.
It would be fair to say we're down to 1 tube left.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me you only have photon torpedoes that are loaded in the tubes and that's it, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah. They used to, back in the old days, they'd publish what the full payload of photon torpedoes that the Enterprise and the Enterprise D could carry, but I don't know what they were. Yeah, you could do that. You'd say, the 2 of the tubes are offline. 1 is still functional, but we can't reload it.
Yeah, they could have said that. I guess I would have bought it.
Whatever's wrong with it, we can't reload it. We're going to have to repair the Guggenheim to be able to load more. I'm not very good at the Technobabble myself.